what do you guys take away from the panel? And also, did you guys ever think that Reik, which is kind of like a pioneer and an icon in pop music, would ever be doing these types of collaborations?
We're, I guess, used to the idea of doing collaborations like this because we have been doing them for about a year. It was strange the first time, the first approach, but luckily, the process of doing it, the experience, working with Nicky specifically, he's just such an easy guy to work with. We sort of forgot about the fact that we were doing something so different, so out of our comfort zone, and it sort of just worked. And then people's response to it was so strong, and it was so interesting to see that by the time that we did the second one, we were absolutely into it, and we were excited to do it, and we knew that it could be something that worked. I feel like when you reach a certain level, historically in the Latin music world, up until maybe like a year and a half or a couple of years ago, what the really successful artists used to do is they had a formula, they had something that they did that they became big with, and then they just sort of stuck to that for years and years and years, and it worked, you know, and it doesn't anymore. And so I feel like one of the first generations of Latin pop acts that understand that you need to be evolving constantly and you need to be pushing the envelope and doing things that aren't the first thing that you would think of when you think of a specific act. No, so it's been great, and it was great to be here.
Julio and Bibi, how are those conversations in the studio with someone like Nicky Jam and Zion y Lennox, for you guys to actually come to a middle point where it's not, you guys aren't also losing your identity and he's not losing his identity?
Specifically with Nicky Jam, it was easy, like Jesus said, just because we had the idea of the ballad already, you know, and we showed him the song. He tweaked it, did all this whole new writing, so it was easy to respect that. Saga, the producer, Saga White Black, let us participate doing some guitars, you know, acoustic for me, electric for Bibi. With Zion y Lennox, we just let the producer, in this case, Chris Jedi, do his stuff, you know? Like, I guess with Nicky, it was like, hey man, but please, we gotta do our own stuff too. And with Zion y Lennox, it was like, okay, we have the folk version already, the pop folky version. You do your own thing, you know, Chris Jedi. So we let Zion and Lennox record their part. We were in the studio, we were having fun. And that was, I think, where we actually like went all the way in for it, you know? Like, we didn't have to defend our guitars. People know we play guitar, you know, people know it's part of our thing. So it's cool to end up stepping out of the comfort zone, especially if you're doing something with Zion y Lennox in this case.